Yep, yep, riding down that Rainbow Road. Well, you know, Joe. Ah, yep, you know it's Saturday morning. Ready to make it happen, ready to make it flow. Welcome to the On Point Podcast. Righty, ready to make things happen. Got my pen and paper in case I need to make a note here. Sometimes things flow here. Righty. All right. Uh, all right. All right, welcome to the On Point Podcast. I'm your host here, Dr. Joe Blake, bringing some information to you that's going to make things better for your life, better for your business, and help move you forward. Today, we're going to bring some information to you that's about making, it goes beyond buying and purchasing products and services, but help you find richer connections in your servicing with your clients and with your customers. And everything that you do, basically, because it's not really a buying situation. It's more like when you're providing solutions with your customers, your clients, and the others in your life. I do have one of my favorite co-hosts here in the land, my wonderful son, Joe Blake III here. You there with me, son?
I'm here. Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing today?
Good deal. All right, so okay, son. So we're going to talk today about beyond the buy, finding richness in our buying situation. So let's go ahead and start. Here's the presentation for us. So see, beyond the buy, finding richness and connection. And so here, I start one of the reference books that we have that's going to help us share some of the information. It's a classic book that we've all read. And it's How to Win Friends and Influence People. Now that's an old read, that a good read that I'm quite sure many of us have read already, but we're going to kind of go back and forth with it. Now I have a picture there. My grandson, that's the young guy that's pointing there. That's Felix, but Felix is a lot older now. But when I saw that picture, I look back at when we were kids and youngsters. It was so easy to make friends then because we had no filters. We just wanted somebody that we wanted to have fun with, and it didn't matter. We just wanted to have fun. It didn't matter. Felix, when he's that age, he was like, I'm grandpa. Well, there's another grandson of mine. Joe Blake the fourth right there. Doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter. All I know is I'm grandpa. Go ahead, dude. He's a Michael Jordan dude right there. What's going on, Joe? What you up to, man?
Say hey.
You having fun today?
Yeah, he's having fun. He just want to be seen.
Want to be seen? Okay. Yeah. Go on, man. Go on. Now, I remember when Felix was that size. You know what I'm going to do with Felix on Thursday, son? I'm going to take him to football practice.
Okay, that's what's up.
Time flies. Time flies. So that deep relationship that extends beyond transactions and everything. That's what life is about. Life is about. So if we can have that as an adult, and a childlike enthusiasm about life, that makes things so much better, so much wonderful. So let's get going on looking at things like this. So introduction of connection beyond transaction. So in today's business world, we have to look increasingly beyond relationships and transactions. Look for meaningful connections that foster loyalty and embrace the brand recognition and drive sustainable growth, right? So, one of the things I remember from the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, is that we don't want to get to a point where we're criticizing, condemning, or complaining. No criticizing, condemning, or complaining. And with my grandkids, they don't really care what I look like. They just know that I'm grandpa. That's all they want. They all they want to know. Felix, he used to he used to go get his friends, and even though he's Latino and I'm black, he just will go get them. Hey, come here. I want you to be my grandpa. He didn't tell him what I looked like. He just said, "Look, come here." He go get 4 or 5 friends and bring them over. Hey, this is my grandpa. And the kids come over like, okay, how you doing? He said, "Hey, this is my grandpa." Didn't give him no warning or nothing. He just said, "This is grandpa." And so he was satisfied with the fact that I was grandpa and that was it. And kids are that way, man. They don't care what it's up. This is grandpa. And then sometimes when we're in a sales transaction and we're talking to a client and you have a client and you're meeting with someone, and if that person doesn't look or sound the way they should or they think they could be, they freeze up. Have you experienced that, son?
Experience what now?
You meet with a client or a customer, and they don't look or sound the way you think they should be or could be, and then somebody freezes up on them.
Yeah.
How do you interact, or how do you approach that situation?
I don't know. It's like you never know what kind of situation you're walking into until you get in it.
Yeah, throws you off. Throws you off. So one of the things you got to make sure you speak positively at every chance you get. You got to say and think positively, because every situation is different, and you got to reference positive attributes in a situation, because you don't. I mean, you want to make a transaction, so you don't want to, make that transaction or make that situation any different, because it is what it is. What it is. We live in a world today that you're going to have situations like that, and not too many people are going to, because what I have Asian, African American, and Latino grandchildren, so you got to be mindful of that, right? So you got to make the other person interested in what you have to offer and lead them in the way that we all need to go. So you never know, right? You would never look at me and think of that, right? You got to be mindful of the difference. So as you see that, as you're aware of that, there's different things, importance of the human connection that you need to have when you're meeting a new customer or client. You got to look at the customer loyalty says point to it, increase the satisfaction of that client. You got to drive deep business connections with them and foster a brand advocacy, because you don't know who you're talking to knows, and you don't know who they may know too. So when you look at those different topics, son, what comes to mind for you?
Hear an echo.
Man, that's you.
That's me. Okay. When I look at it, I just see human. Let me. I'm gonna have to mute this so don't be on.
I'll mute myself if that's what you think it may be. Hold on.
Okay. All right. So human connection is important. Thing, especially in business, we have a tendency to make a lot of things transactional. That makes it impersonal. And people like to do business with people that they know, like, trust. So it's important to build that connection. And a lot of times, as a society, we emphasize our differences, but we're more like they are different in a lot of ways. So if we can embrace our similarity in the things that we all enjoy, that'll help make business stronger as well as our brands and increase the customer satisfaction.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Let's look at each one of these topics individually. All right. So, customer loyalty. So you have to become genuinely interested in the other person, rather, and sometimes it can be rather challenging um, for most if you're an introverted person, because sometimes you're an introvert, you're thinking about you and what you have going on. So you got to be genuinely interested in the other person, and because if you're thinking about you, you don't care about the other person. So you gotta open up a little bit and see something from the other person's point of view, what they've been through, what they're thinking about, what they feel, and how they feel. And when you're in business, you have to know, you have to understand, see where the other person is coming from, and because once you understand where they're coming from, what they've been through, then you know how to serve them. That's a good point. You got to be able to understand where they're coming from so you can serve them. uh, Customer satisfaction. When you look at a customer satisfaction, the best way to see it is being got to become a good conversationalist. Genuinely be able to listen to other people, hear what they have to say, and sometimes that requires you to allow them to speak, and you have to go. Got to shut it off. You got to be listening. As much as you want to, as soon as they say something, you got something that you gotta that sparks you up. Like, hold on, I got it. You gotta. They're talking. You gotta close it up a little bit. Let them have to share, because you may have something that you feel is like way better. You have a better story. Oh no, that's nothing. No, you have to close it up. Let them share, because the only way you can serve that client is for them allow them to share what they have to share, so you can get them in a better position. You got to let that they're satisfied by them. The more they share with you, the more you can serve them. But you can't serve them if you're doing most of the day going talking. So you got to be quiet. You got to shut your trap and let them run the laps. That's the only way you can serve someone. Because if you're doing all the yakking, you ain't getting nothing back. The other part, repeat business. What do you think is a good thing about someone being able to become a repeat business for you, son? What do you think is the key?
I mean, the obvious point is more income that especially if you build a relationship over time. You got some consistent income. You don't have to worry where your next check is going to come from because you satisfy customers that come to you repeatedly.
Okay, and in order for them to become satisfied, what do you think would be a good key to help them become satisfied?
Excellent customer service, going above and beyond their expectations.
Okay, okay. One of the good ways to have them become satisfied, as you're discussing with them, is you got to get them to say yes. More times you have the client to say yes, 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 yes. When you get them to say yes, it yields them to say another yes. And the more times they say yes, the more time they're satisfied with what you have in the share. So, yes, I like this. Yes, yes. The next yes gets another say yes. If you get three yeses in a row, yes, you on the right track. So that's how you get your clients to like you even more. So you like them more. But anytime you start to, in the very beginning, we said you start criticizing, condemning, or complaining, you start to build up a wall with that client because you're trying to be right. And if you, the business owner, are trying to make your side right, you're making the other person what? Wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens when that occurs?
Just build necessary tension.
You're starting to fight.
Yeah.
And you really want to avoid any arguments. You don't want to start. Why start a fight with your client? Why start a fight? If you start a fight with what is the end of that?
No
You
business.
win, they lose, and they're like, okay, I'm out of here, buddy. I ain't got time for you. So
Well, not only do you lose that client, you can lose out on potentially others because they got a bad taste in their mouth to go ahead and spread the word.
exactly, and that one bad client tells it to how many people?
2 or 3.
10. Do not work with this person, this, that, and the other. But as they like you, they'll share it to more people. So yeah, you don't want to make them mad because they tell mad people tell more mad people, and negative news like spreads like wildfire. It really spreads. So you want to make sure you're not doing that. So you want to get them to say yes, 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 and avoid criticizing, condemning, or complaining because it's not going to help you. So uh, so understand that you got to foster your brand advocacy, make it successful. Start off by stating the positive attributes of them working with you and the things that they find good about you as a person, find out you as your group of what you're doing and what you're trying to accomplish. I was meeting with a client yesterday, and I was sharing with her, even though I work for this company, me as an individual, this is what I'm trying, this is what I'm achieving. This is my goal and my objectives. So the company is one thing, but me as a person, this is what I'm doing. Because what happens if when I decide to branch off and do my own thing? It's me, apart from the company. Company's cool, that's fine. But if the company changes, becomes something else, me as an individual, I'm still me. I'm still Dr. Joe, no matter where I'm at. Because generally people buy you before they even buy the company. So you have to be you have to be straight within your own self. So that's fostering your brand as an individual. But if you have a good company, that's still good too. And word of mouth, how far does word of mouth travel?
All
How far
over the place.
Yeah. How did the gospel travel?
A word of mouth.
All day, every day, right? That has been a cornerstone of getting things spread throughout the world. Right? So I mean that's an old school way of doing it, but man, it works. It works. So 70% of our customers prefer brands by connection. So you connect with your clients. How do you provide your connection? What is the best way you think would be good to connect with your clients?
Being available. Being available, being attentive to your need, be personal, be approachable.
Mhm. Right? 60% connect more for a better experience. What is your experience? How do you increase your experience with your customers?
Just be polite. Give them excellent service and quality service or whatever your product or service you're offering. Um, deliver more than you promise.
Yeah. Over promise. Yeah. The value. The value that 90% like the value. They're getting more than what they feel they're paying for. You're giving them a lot. Your dedication, your attentiveness, your professionalism, all of those things. They know when they get you, they got an absolute uh, dedicated person. All the things that you do. I mean, you can what you provide to society as a whole. When you know that all the things that you provide to society as a whole, that just gives them a spark, even an even greater spark to do the things that you do. They say, "Oh wow, I'm getting this guy that does. He's a he's he's the in business of real estate, and he's providing these homes. But at the same time, he's a professor. He's a professor, and he's providing more to the community, more to the leadership of students that are going out there into the world to be uh, 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 technology specialists as well. He's doing things not only just for himself, but he's creating more professionals out there in the world as well. I like that. I like that. It's not just about him; it's about others in the world that he's creating an opportunity for as well. And then the other 75%, um, satisfaction because you're providing that personalized service. You know how much it takes really, how much it takes for someone in your caliber of experience and knowledge sit down with someone and talk to them about their networking possibilities, their networking needs, and their cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is absolutely a monster field right now, right, son?
Right, right.
Yeah. What do you feel about tell us something in the network world that's changing, or is just making things uh, important for the individual or or the business?
Well, businesses in
In
general
general
face
face
a
a
growing
growing
threat
threat
to
to
their
their
IT
IT
infrastructure,
infrastructure,
their
their
data,
data,
and
and
they have a
they have a
responsibility to make
responsibility to
sure
make
that their
sure that their
systems are
systems are
protected
protected
for both
for
their
both their
customers and
customers and
their
their
stakeholders,
stakeholders,
investors.
investors.
So they
So they
need
need
IT
IT
professionals that
professionals
are
that are
knowledgeable and
knowledgeable and
competent enough
competent
to
enough
make
to make
sure
sure
that
that
they have the
they have the
knowledge,
knowledge,
expertise,
expertise,
and
and
manpower
manpower
to
to
keep
keep
their
their
systems
systems
secure.
secure.
Mhm. And
And
so,
so,
even especially with the
especially with the
advancement of
advancement of
AI,
AI,
because
because
now you
now
have
you have
hackers out
hackers
here
out here
that are
that are
using
using
AI
AI
to
to
infiltrate
infiltrate
systems.
systems.
So
So
it can be
it can
used
be
for
used for
good or
good or
bad. A lot of
bad. A
people
lot of
feel
people
like
feel like
AI is
AI is
taking
taking
jobs,
jobs,
but it's
but
also
it's also
securing
securing
jobs
jobs
because
because
we need
we
people
need
that
people that
understand
understand
AI
AI
and know how
and
to
know how to
implement it
implement it
to help
to help
businesses
businesses
stay
stay
secure.
secure.
Okay. Yeah, because a lot of people are looking at AI and say, "Oh, I'm losing my job because of AI. AI is taking this away." AI is doing that." But if you don't know how to use AI for your benefit, yeah, it can. But when
Right,
you
right,
know AI, understand its purpose, then it can work for you rather than against you, right?
right.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Some people freeze up, man, when they hear AI. The first thing they do is go, "AI is gonna get me." They don't need that. They don't need to be afraid of AI as long as you
Mhm.
understand it. Am I right?
You're right.
You're right.
AI can be your buddy, but if
Hmm.
you if you freeze up on it, what?
You're gonna
You're
get
gonna
left
get left
behind.
behind.
Left behind. You're either gonna get right or get left. Get
Hmm.
right with it, or it's gonna leave you. Got to understand about it. Okay, cool deal. We're at the end here, so I'm going to put you in the background, son. We'll come back, get more information, and then set it up for next week, and we'll finish the second part of this. Okay.
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 All right, hang tight. All right, so we're into the part one of this of understanding how to go beyond the buy and find richness and connection. So remind everybody that we got the On Point podcast. We can become a subscription member. It helps us continue with the conversation, continue with the information, and bring more knowledge to you. So scan that bad boy, and so that you can help us keep going, because it takes effort to do these things, get more knowledge and information to you. Also, the second book there, Building Financial Legacy. Literacy lasts a lifetime. Legacy lasts for generations. I'm writing my third book now, Building Financial Legend. In Legend, say my name, and you know my story. So that one is going to be the third. The trilogy that's complete that thought process of building financial, just a monster collection of books that's going to help you build um, that financial just powerhouse in your family for the future. The last thing is money actionable money app. You can download that app right now. If you go to the Apple Store and you go to the Google Play Store, that app follows the three trilogy books there and give you information to help you keep your financial situation in order. And remember that money, money is just a tool. You got to understand that money is just a tool. Money helps us get the things that we need to get, but you got to understand it's a tool to help us get to where we need to go. Once you understand that, you know how to work for it, and have money work for you, then you work for that money. So, so that's what this is all about. This year, we're talking about the economy of being and how to have a richer life. So all that we talked about today was a part of that story that we developed for this whole year, the economy of being. Next year is going to be another subject, but it's all part of creating your life, creating your financial life, of making your finances work. And each part, economy of being, this year, next year is the economy of doing, and then the following year is going to be the economy of having. So it's a process. And as you understand the process, it makes your financial life just blow up with fire. And it's going to just make your finances and your future for you and your family grow. So it's not like a one-time effort, one-time effect. It's a process. And as you know the process, as you understand and put the process in play, that's how it grows. It ain't gonna happen overnight. It ain't gonna happen in one day. You put the process in play, and your future for you, future for your family, the future for your children, and then the future for the rest of your family sets in place. That's how wealth is accumulated. That's how wealth puts in place. All right. So, man, I get excited when I talk about that because I know that's what God wants me to do. He has me put in place here to share with others. So I'm telling you, be there, be here, be square, learn what you need to learn, go where you need to go, and be it, be it, be it. How to be and be what you need to do. All right, with that, this has been Dr. Joe Blake with the On Point Financial Show. On Point Finance, we help you get your financial point across. You see you here next week for the second part of Beyond the Buy, Finding Riches and Connection. Next week, same channel, same bad time, all that stuff. Have a great week, and we'll see you again next time, y'all. Have a good one.